they had the speeches that music of Shostakovich incredibly bad. All his operas, notes, is terrible. Second, Lady Margaret Omsensk, also impossible. And his symphonies, number 6, number 7, number 8, and especially number 9, are formalistic. And they said, you have to change your musical language and take idiom of folk idiom into the music. Write music on some kind of melodies from the folk melodies. Shostakovich was there, and he went to the Tribune and said, I'm very sorry, it was my fault, I will change, I will as soon as possible. I don't promise to change myself tomorrow, but I will work with this very hard and understand my mistakes. And next, and it was in 1948, and next composition he wrote, it was a song cycle on Jewish texts, translated into Russian. He just went to the shop and just found this book. He liked the poetry, and he decided, yes, if I will write some sort of Jewish music to that, and this will be clear, it will be folk idiom, and it will be understandable for the people, and they will, everything, the problem will be solved. However, in a few, in the middle, between, he just wrote 8 songs, and in that cycle, 11 songs. He wrote 8 songs, quite moody in the character, but folkish. And suddenly, Mr. Zhdanov died from heart attack in the hospital. And they said, it's doctors. It's their doctors' fault. And all doctors were Jewish. These Jewish doctors. And they wanted to kill everybody. They want to kill all Russians. And especially they want to kill everybody in our leaders, our political leaders. And step by step, it came to the so-called doctor's plot. So Stalin had some kind of idea that somebody wanted to kill him. And of course doctors, because he had some problems with his health, and all doctors are Jews. So of course Jews wanted to destroy our country. We have to take them all in prison. And they became take all Jewish people in prisons, one after another, and they even killed somebody. For example, in the very beginning of 1948, the great actor and director of Moscow Jewish theater, Mikhail, was killed in the streets in Minsk. I don't know, he was killed. And it was that later it was became clear that he was killed by Stalin's request. And anyway, it was a problem. So Shostakovich began to write in October of 1948 3 more songs. They were completely different in character. 3 songs about Jewish people so happy to live in this country. Country is such a beautiful. Look at that. It's all belong to us. We happy in our kolkhozes. Kolkhoz is collective farms. And my husband is bootmaker. And despite of that, we have tickets to the theater, to the very nice place, and our sons are doctors. Our sons are doctors. 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 He repeated it many, many times, and these were the last words of that song cycles. You can understand that Shostakovich liked jokes very much, but these jokes was little bit dangerous for him. Of course, Shostakovich wrote this cycle and went to family of Sviatoslav Richter. Richter was a great pianist, and his wife Nina Dorliak was a great singer. And he played them, and he said, Nina Dorliak, I would like you to sing these songs. But I understand that it's impossible to make it publicly, because publicly it will be forbidden immediately. Nobody will allow it after that. And so Nina Dorliak found two more singers, because it's for three singers, for soprano, mezzo-soprano, and tenor, and pianist. So this is a strange combination of musicians. So they performed these songs privately in the house of Sviatoslav Richter. Then it was few times Shostakovich tried to perform this music. It was unsuccessful. In a few years, he even announced that he would like to show in Union of Composers these songs. But suddenly, people became to put in his post box letters that you, как сказать, продался жидам. You sold yourself. You sold yourself to Jews. And it was very dangerous for him, and he was very depressed all the time. In 1953, suddenly Stalin died, and it was everybody were happy about that. Almost everybody were crying, of course, but at the same time they were very happy. Politics completely changed. Khrushchev came to the power, and everybody, and he said that Stalin was terrible bandit, and he was not really. So he just dismissed him as a political leader, saying that so mistakes were done, and so many people were killed. All Jews who were in the prison that time were just freed in one day. So Shostakovich was allowed to make public performance of that particular composition. It happened 15 January on 1955. It was a presenter who came there, like me today, and saying, this music written on the text of Jewish text, and they were written a long time ago, because in this lullaby it said that your father, my boy, my baby, your father is in Siberia. In Siberia means that he is in exile, but in the Gulag, of course. But he said, but this was before Soviet Union in Tsarist Russia. And all in the audience, all people in the audience understood that he just it is completely lie. It's about today's situation. That people who were just all Jews were in Siberia, and this person was also in Soviet time. And Shostakovich was liked so much this, and he just repeated all the time. It was in Tsarist Russia. It was in the Tsarist Russia. It was in the Tsarist Russia. When I met Shostakovich, he was very kind, very nice person, but he was incredibly nervous. And everything in his face, every muscle on the muscle, just moving, and he couldn't know, he didn't know what to do with his hand. All this, they were like that, and so he was like that. Strange, but probably the life was so hard for him. So he just, it was a problem. So, and that's the problem, the question, why he chosen Jewish folklore? He wasn't a Jew. Despite the name of Shostakovich, you can say, oh, it sounds Ovich, like Jews. No, he wasn't a Jew. But anyway, he said he loves very much all folk music, but Jewish music had something different. Because sometimes it looks very cheerful, but inside of this, some tragedy is hidden. And I just translated myself the first song, which has some kind of jewelry rhythm, a rhythm of dance in it. Boom, tick, 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 like this dancing rhythm. But what it's about? It's about lament over a dead baby. Sun and rain, light and darkness, the fog that has descended, the moon is dark. To whom did she give birth? A boy, a boy. What was he called? Moishele, Moishele. In what did they rock Moishele? In the cradle. What did they give him to eat? Bread and onions. Where did they bury him? In the grave. Oi, the boy is in the grave. In the grave. Moishele, in the grave. Oi. This is the first song. So, thank you for your attention.